Happy Sunday morning, boys and girls. It's your old pal, Andy France, the grand poobah of Judson Sunday School. Welcome back to another episode of Virtual Judson Sunday School. Hey, how was your summer?
Summer was great. I got my first bike, and I biked with my neighbor. And my mom got a bike, so I could ride with her, and I saw the view. I saw the famous red lighthouse. It was small though. And we went to the beach today by ferry. It was awesome, so awesome. And my mom learned to bake, so I helped her bake a peach pie. It was awesome, and let me show you it. Really yummy, right? And we ate some of it, that's why it's gone.
Hello. This summer, I went to New Hampshire for 2 months. I swam almost every day. I played with my cousins. Then when we got back, we did a week of zoo camp, and yeah.
This summer, I watched a lot of TikToks and
went to Maine.
Yeah.
I didn't spend my summer doing very much. I mostly just played video games and read some books. I didn't go anywhere during the summer because of the coronavirus, but sometimes I got to hang out with my friends outside as long as we were wearing masks. Once or twice, me and my friend Dash even got to swim in the pool.
I'm Theo, and this summer I went to New Hampshire, and by a lake I played with my cousins, and every day we swam in the lake, and sometimes we went tubing. Also, sometimes I had Dungeons and Dragons online with my other friends, and my cousins got into our group. Also, we played a lot of video games and watched a lot of TV, and my grandparents were also there. And, we sometimes played games, because my cousin's family plays games a lot, and so I always like when they're around, because we always get to play lots of games. And, what else? Yeah, when I got back, I did a 1 week of zoo camp on my computer. Yeah, bye.
This summer, I went to the Hamptons for 2 weeks. I played with my friends on FaceTime. I played with my sister. I read outside on the balcony. And I started learning Spanish. I also wrote a play with my friend. It's called Fighting for Rights. And we rehearsed it in an online Broadway class. We then performed it also in a Zoom meeting, but it was kind of like a performance Zoom where all of my classmates wrote a play and then performed it.
Thank you, Theo, Owen, Charlotte, Penelope, Esfahan, and Sebastian. I love those summer videos. I'm glad you guys had great summers. I know that there are more kids watching this morning, and I hope you all had wonderful summers as well. It has been a long time since we've been together. We have been apart for at least the summer, and you guys haven't been around this place for 6 months by my count. Rest assured, the pandemic will not go on forever. It will come to an end, and one great day we're all going to be back here at Judson together. And won't that be just a little weird? I had a pretty good summer. It was a lot like Sebastian's in that I really didn't go anywhere. I sort of did the staycation kind of thing. I read a lot of books, and I read a lot of children's books, which I can't wait to share with you over the next weeks and weeks and weeks, including one terrific story we'll read together a little later in our time with each other. But first, I have a question for all of you. What's your favorite color? Is it red, blue, green, yellow, orange, purple, pink, I'm sure? Do you have more than one color as your favorites? Me personally, there's no way I could limit myself to just one favorite color. I actually have three. First, New York Yankee blue, which, okay, I guess is navy blue. Second, I have this great football from the University of Alabama, and my color is Crimson Tide Red. Roll, Tide, roll. My third color is this old green hat. Pardon the sweat stains. It's from hiking up in Vermont. This color always reminds me of the time I went to Ireland, and certainly all the time I get to spend in Vermont, at least the summer times I get to spend in Vermont. Those are my three favorite colors, blue, red, and green. How about yours? Speaking of colors, do you guys like to color? Did you spend much time doing any coloring this summer? Is it something that helps you pass your time? I was doing a little research, and I don't know if you knew this, but crayons have been around in some form or another for hundreds and hundreds of years. The Crayola company, which is probably the crayons we're most familiar with, has been around since 1903. The first crayons they sold for a nickel, and they came in a pack like this, but a lot older, a pack of 8. Your 8 basic colors, which were red, blue, green, yellow, orange, purple, black, and brown. These colors, like I said, sold for 15 cents, and over the years, they added more, sold for a nickel. And over the years, they added more and more and more colors with more and more fanciful names, like Purple Pizzazz, Neon Carrot, Razzle Dazzle Rose, Fuzzy Wuzzy Brown, Banana Mania, even Outer Space, which is a dark blue. About 20 years ago, Crayola held a Name the Colors contest, and among the winners were Asparagus, Mac and Cheese, Purple Mountain's Majesty, Tickle Me Pink, and Mauvelous. Mauve is sort of a pale purple color. You look marvelous. When I was a kid, we basically had this pack of 8 lying around our house. If we got lucky, we'd get this pack of 16. I can't tell you how excited I was the first time I ever saw this pack of 64. Wow, so many more possibilities. There was chestnut and olive green and lavender and melon and apricot and sky blue, peach, mahogany. Now, I don't do a lot of coloring myself. I haven't bought a lot of crayons in a long time. So you can imagine how my head almost exploded when I bought these. Bum, ba, ba, bum. 152. 152. I can't believe it. There are so many more colors in these crayons with 152. And by the way, when I first saw this, I thought, 152, that's a little strange, isn't it? I mean, normally for marketing or sales purposes, you'd sort of round this off at 150, a nice round even number. But no, they had to cram 2 more crayons in there, which leads me to imagine some boardroom filled with Crayola executives arguing over what colors to include. You must include Mango Tango. What? And leave out Jazzberry Jam? Sacre Bleu. Ooh, I think I just invented another color. If you're wondering why I've gone all color crazy this morning, it's because the word that I would like us to talk about today is this word, diversity. 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 Do you know what diversity means? Diversity means variety, more than just one kind of a thing. You can have a diversity of crayons in your coloring box, more than just one type of color, one color. But diversity can be applied to more than just crayons. Diversity can be applied to all of our lives. For example, New York City is said to be a very diverse city. It has a lot of diversity. Can you think of any ways in which New York City is diverse? How about nationalities? Not everybody that lives in New York City was born here, unlike all of you. People come from all over the world to become New Yorkers, right? How about languages? People who come from all over the world, the one thing they bring with them, besides maybe a little bit of luggage, is their native language. You know, my class knows this already. We've talked about this before, but did you know that there are more than 800 languages spoken here in New York City? Let's see, there's English, Spanish, German, Russian, Hebrew, Arabic, Norwegian, Nigerian, maybe 792 more. What else? How about religions? Would you say that there is a diversity of religions here in New York City? Of course. How many religions in this city are you familiar with? Let's see. Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, and a whole bunch more. Those are just some of the biggies. And finally, how about race? The color of your skin. Would you say that New York City has a diversity when it comes to our racial population? Absolutely. Let's take a look at these crayons one more time. Would you say that having more colors is a good thing? You can tell your parents that when you ask them to get you the big box of crayons, by the way. More colors in our crayon box means more possibilities in our art, right? That sky you're drawing doesn't just have to be blue. It can be cornflower blue or midnight blue. That sunset you're trying to draw doesn't just have to be orange or yellow. It can be scarlet or plum or pink flamingo or all of the above. More colors means we can more accurately depict the world in which we live. Our world opens up, it expands. More colors means there's more to appreciate and more to enjoy. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but last spring I told you that Judson pays me $1.25 every time I mention the word God, right? God, 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 God. $5, cha-ching. So, allow me to shake my moneymaker with you for just a moment and lay a little theology on you. Did you know that there are people in this world who don't believe in diversity? They believe we should all be the same thing. America is for Americans. Get all those foreigners out of here. And by the way, if you are in here, you better speak our language. It's English. All those other languages, leave them on the other side of the border. Oh, and we prefer Christianity. If you're from somebody else's religion, you need to convert to ours. Let's see what else. Oh, yes. We prefer straight Christians. None of that gay or bi or trans stuff. Get it out of here. Oh, and when it comes to race, know your place. There's white, and then there's everybody else behind us. To which I believe God one time said this, and let me see if I can remember and get it just, let me see if I can get the quote just right. I believe that comes from the Bronx Cheer translation of the Bible. There once was a wonderful Persian Esfahan poet by the name of Rumi who lived in the 13th century. Rumi once said, Christian, Jew, Muslim, shaman, Zoroastrian, stone, ground, mountain, river. Each has a secret way of being with the mystery, unique and not to be judged. Hey, what do I know? I am just a grand poobah. What do I know about God? I do believe this, however. If we ever want to have an idea of who God might actually be, all we have to do is take a look around. We are a wonderful and wonderfully diverse creation. I don't think God would have it any other way. Do you? So once upon a time, the Crayola company had a color in their collection called flesh. Flesh is just another word for skin. It was sort of a pinkish peach color. They kept this color, flesh, in various Crayola collections for decades and decades and decades before, I guess, someone finally tapped them on the shoulder in one of those boardrooms where all the executives were arguing and said, not everybody's skin or not everybody's flesh is pink or peach. Duh. So they changed the color's name from flesh to peach. 30 years later, in 1992, I think it was, Crayola came out with what were known as multicultural crayons, which were colors to better reflect the various skin tones from around the world. And just this year, they came out with a new collection of even more crayon colors, 32 crayons called Colors of the World. Everything from, let's see, they've got a light golden or a very light rose, all the way to a extra deep golden, a deepest almond color. Our world is so much more than just white and black and brown. Today's story is about a little girl named Lena, whose mother is an artist, and she helps Lena by using food to come to understand how wonderfully diverse this world is. It's called The Colors of Us by Katz. Here we go. My name is Lena, and I am 7. I am the color of cinnamon. Mom says she could eat me up. My mom's the color of French toast. She's an artist. Mom's teaching me how to mix colors. She says that if I mix red, yellow, black, and white paints in the right combination, I will have the right brown for a picture of me. The right brown? But Mom, brown is brown, I say. That's not so, Mom says. There are lots of different shades of brown. Let's take a walk. You'll see. We go to the playground where we see my friend Sonia. Sonia is a light yellow-brown, Mom says. Just like creamy peanut butter, I say, my favorite. Isabella is chocolate brown, like the cupcakes we had for her birthday. Lucy has skin that's peachy and tan. My best friend, Jo Jen, lives close to the playground. Jo Jen is the color of honey. 2 streets over, we meet my cousin Kyle. His skin is a reddish brown, like leaves in fall. Carlos and Rosita have brought their new puppy to the park. Carlos is a light cocoa brown, and Rosita's skin looks like butterscotch. Can you see the puppy stuck in the fold of the book? When we pass by the pizza parlor, Mom and I see Mr. Pellegrino flipping a pizza high in the air. He is the color of pizza crust, a golden brown. My babysitter, Candy, is like a beautiful jewel, bronze and amber. She looks like a princess. Aren't these great drawings? Mom and I walk to the park to eat our lunch. Look, everyone's legs, Mom, all the different shades. After lunch, we walk to Mom's favorite store, where Mr. Cashmere sells many different spices. He's the color of ginger and chili powder. Up the street is my Aunt Kathy's laundromat. Aunt Kathy is tawny tan, like coconuts and coffee toffee. After our walk, my friends come over. We take our towels to the roof and lie in the sun. I think about everyone I saw today: Sonia, Isabella and Lucy, Joe, Jen and Kyle, Carlos and Rosita, Mr. Pellegrino and Candy, Mr. Cashmere and Aunt Kathy, each one of them a beautiful color. My friends leave and I go downstairs. I'm happy as I get out my paints: yellow, red, black, and white. I think about all the wonderful colors I will make, and I say their names out loud: cinnamon, chocolate, and honey, coffee, toffee, and butterscotch. They sound so delicious. At last, my pictures are done, and I painted everyone. Look, Mom, I say, the colors of us. The Colors of Us by Katz. So if you're like me and you didn't really go anywhere this summer, you could probably use a little trip somewhere. How about a little trip to heaven? That's the name of one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite songwriters, Tom Waits, Little Trip to Heaven. I hope that you got your copy of the lyrics in the email I sent your parents. I have sent them regular old just words, and I've also sent them picture lyrics. And today what we'll do is go over the first verse of the song. We'll do this song for a few weeks, and then we'll have to leave it out for a little while we do our Christmas song. If the name Tom Waits sounds familiar to some of you older kids, you might remember a few years ago us doing a song by him called I Don't Want to Grow Up. Do you remember that song? I think I might have played his CD of him singing it. Sounded a little something like this. When I'm lying in my bed at night, I don't want to grow up. Tom Waits has a melodious voice. We'll see if we can't sing a little prettier when we do this. Let's go over the picture lyrics together, and then I'll teach you the melody for the first verse only. It's Little Trip to Heaven. So you've got Stuart Little, Little Trip to Heaven. On, there's your on switch. The wings of your love, on the wings of your love. Banana moon. You know what a banana moon is? It's that crescent moon, right? Shaped like a banana. Banana moon is shining in the sky. I feel like, there's our like from Facebook or whatever. I'm in heaven. There's that picture of heaven again. When, spelled differently, but she's running through the tape because she's won the race. When you and you're with, this young woman is with child. She has a big stomach sitting out there. When you're with Despicable Me, when you're with me. I know that I'm in heaven when you smile. Though, TH and the O, though sound. Though we're, there's the we, stuck, though we're stuck. Winnie the Pooh is stuck in that picture. Stuck here on the ground. That's a groundhog. So, though we're stuck here on the ground, I got milk. There's our old favorite, something, dim sum and the thing. I got something that I've found. There's the old Lost and Found movie. And there's our cousin It. He's going to play a good part with us this year. And it's you. That's the first verse. Let's start from the beginning and I'll sing it. And we'll sing it through a couple of times. The second and third verses sound just like the first verse does, so we'll eventually get to those too. It goes like this. Little trip to heaven on the wings of your love. Banana moon is shining in the sky. I feel like I'm in heaven when you're with me. I know that I'm in heaven when you smile. Though we're stuck here on the ground, I've got something that I found, and it's you. Easy breezy, cover girl, right? Let's do it one more time, and then we'll put it away for the week. Well, by the way, you can find this, parents. If you don't have this album, you should just repent and change your ways. Order it this week. It's Tom Waits' seminal album, the best album he ever made in his life, Closing Time. It is a perfect album. Old 55, all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. Here we go, back to the start. Let me get the right pages. One more time, ready? Sing it with me. 1, 2, ready, sing. Little trip to heaven on the wings of your love. Banana moon is shining in the sky. I feel like I'm in heaven when you're with me. I know that I'm in heaven when you smile. Though we're stuck here on the ground, I got something that I found, and it's you. You can, if you get that CD, you can listen along, get it up on YouTube or whatever, and practice on your own. We'll try the second verse next week. Great. Well, we've done it again. We've somehow managed to get through another episode of Virtual Judson Sunday School, which means we are all 1 week closer to being back together again. I thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you'll get back into the habit of spending a little time with me each and every Sunday. Until we meet again next week, stay safe. Keep a little bit of Judson in your heart if you don't mind. And I'll see you next week on Virtual Judson Sunday School. Bye.